Hey, I'm just making this quick short video here. Wanted to tell you a little bit about what happened to me as a Norwegian Cruise Lines first-time cruiser. What happened was my wife and I were looking at a few cruises that Norwegian offered for this fall in September 2024, and we found a cruise that really looked great to us. It was going to be leaving from Athens, was going to be stopping in Egypt and Istanbul, Turkey. And it really was just what we were looking for. So we called Norwegian, and we were anxious to book the cruise. And the representative told me that because we were first-time cruisers on Norwegian, that had a special program where instead of just making your $250 deposit, they would match that $250 deposit. So it equaled basically that $500 was being put down on the cruise, which sounded great to us. And I believe he mentioned something that, you know, if we canceled the cruise, it would be non-refundable. So we went ahead with that. We signed up as a first-time cruiser, and we were all excited to take the cruise. And we actually made a few extra payments a few weeks later. Our plan was to make some payments every month so we'd have the cruise all paid for in time for the departure. And it wasn't long after that we booked the cruise that Norwegian actually canceled the cruise. And so we expected a full refund given that they had canceled the cruise. And I checked my credit card statements the first few days after receiving the email that the cruise was canceled. And I saw all of our subsequent payments made refunded back to us. Everything was timely there except for our $250 down payment. And I called the representative from Norwegian, and they said that that would not be refunded to us. That $250 was deposited into their first cruiser program, and it would have to be held as a credit for a future cruise. So we currently have a $500 cruise credit to use down the road, and they also offered us a 10% off coupon for a future cruise as well. I really just didn't think that was very fair. What happened after we booked the cruise, we had to book flights over to Athens to catch the cruise. We also had to book a flight home from Istanbul, where the cruise was going to be ending. Those flights, we wanted to keep those and not lose out on those flights. So we went ahead and arranged our own travel between the stops where the cruise was going to go. And we also had to book hotel rooms. We're now going to be incurring food costs. I mean, these are all things, that we were hoping to have covered with the cruise, So I just want to let you know about that. We had called the representative. They said that there was no way that was going to be refunded to us. I wrote to them in a follow-up to that phone call. I was given the same song and dance that I wasn't going to get the $250 back. I also enlisted some support from the Better Business Bureau, and they told me that this was Norwegian's terms. So it's something that you really need to be aware of. When you call up to book your cruise, if you're a first-time cruiser, be aware that you could get stiffed at $250, whether you cancel it or they cancel it. And I just thought it was a pretty raw deal. As you can see, I'm a military guy even. I just thought that was a kind of a lousy way to treat a new customer and treat someone who's been in the military and served the country. Really, it's a pretty raw deal, and I wanted to let as many people know as I could. So this is not normally a cruise channel, but I'm throwing this cruise video out there for people that normally follow me. And hey, if you know it, you got to share it. That's the way I feel. So let all your other people know about this too. Thanks a lot.